Hello everyone, my name is Jaybird and welcome back to Narcissu Side Second. Without further ado, let's just do it, yeah. It was the helper who had spoken to me before. The other day, Himiko-san had been speaking with her and she said she was an acquaintance. Whatever. Same difference.
それで姫子さんのお姉ちゃんのことですけど
Man, my glasses keep getting dirty. Where's my freaking glass cleaner? Oh, it's right next to me. Hold on a second, I'm sorry. Damn, I even need glasses to see my fucking computer screen. That's so bad my vision's getting. Jeez. Either that or it's just blurry because I just need to adjust. I have to squint a little. Oh, okay. It's less blurry now. Never mind. Sorry. I have to clean my glasses frame because it's like... it's gonna bother me the whole time if I have it all grossness. Yes. Okay. It was smeared. And about Himiko-san, about Oni-chan. Ona-chan?
お姉ちゃん
Ona-chan! With that word, I could make a guess at how things stood. Before, Himiko-san said she had once been a helper on the 7th floor and that her family was Catholic, and she had also participated in public welfare activities. Then for this younger sister to be a helper here in the same way was not surprising.
それで私に何か
And, was there something?
もし節美さんが無理して一緒にいるようでしたらと思って
I was wondering if Satsumi-san was forcing herself to be together with her. You know, one thing I find weird a lot in, translated stuff from Japanese to English, not just, well, I guess particularly, games, is that they still... I don't know if they do this in Japanese. I don't know if this directly translates back into Japanese as the same way. I'm sure it doesn't, but, do Japanese people, when referring to someone who's in the room, use their names? Talking to that specific person, Satsumi-san, we're Satsumi-san. Why would she use... I mean, I guess it makes sense in Japanese, but when it's translated into English, and this is my point here, is that it doesn't make sense. I mean, it's true, it is our name, and sometimes in English you do use other people's names when addressing them. However, it would make more sense to put you there. And it's not just about this game, it's about a lot of other games that I've seen do this before. I just find it really particularly odd that they decided to leave that in instead of, changing it. I mean, it's not bad, but I just find it odd, Because that definitely means, it definitely shows that it was translated, which is not a bad thing. But, yeah, it just kind of, shows, and it's well, it's kind of taking the immersion out a little bit. But anyways, sorry about that. I just had to, get my P's and Q's out there.
別にそんなことないわよ
Not particularly. Nothing like that.
だったらいいんですが
Dude, my hand is sweaty. It's hot. Well, I'm not actually hot, but my hand is sweaty. It's gross, and it's getting all over my drawing pad, which makes it even more gross. Yes. Fun fact, I don't actually use a mouse. I don't use my computer's mouse. I don't use a USB mouse. I use a drawing pad for everything. I use my drawing pad as my mouse. I've just gotten so used to using a drawing pad pen for a mouse that freaking using an actual mouse is like, this feels really fucking weird. Ah, then that's fine, but
以前は明るくて優しいお姉ちゃんだったんですけど、
before she had been a cheerful, kind One-chan, but saying that she sadly lowered her head a bit. Certainly, I also had a familiar impression when we met the other day. At the least, her behavior towards this kind-looking younger sister, I thought it seemed very cold. However, towards myself, there was no need of the had been. Even now, I believed she was kind.
千尋、何をやっているの？
Chihiro, what are you doing in my swamp?
お姉ちゃん、
Onecha!
前にも言ったわね。
I make fun of this game too much. I'm sorry. I've told you before, didn't I?
余計なことを喋ってる暇があったら、自分の担当の人をしっかり見るべきでしょ。
If you've got the time to chatter about unnecessary things, you should be paying proper attention to your assigned person.
それは分かってるけど、
I know that, but
あなたもヘルパーならば、自分の責務を全うしなさい。
if you're also a helper, then take your duties seriously.
行きましょう、説明。
Let's go, Satsumi. Speaking unilaterally, and then leaving her sister there, Himiko-san quickly walked ahead. Even as I felt somewhat bad, I followed after her. I mean, what are you supposed to do? Again, today, sitting facing each other, we ate vanilla. Just, not vanilla ice cream, just straight up vanilla. Hopefully we don't die.
悪かったわね。変なとこ見せて。
Sorry about that, letting you see something weird. Girl, I see something weird every day, and that something weird is you. That's so mean. I'm a bully. My computer is dusty. I just fucking noticed that. God. I need to take care of my shit. I need a duster. God.
今の人が妹さん。
I like how I just have to notice everything, like, right at this moment. Just, first my glasses, then everything else. It's wonderful. That person just now, your younger sister?
そうよ。
Yes, that's right. While speaking, Himiko-san began eating her second ice cream. God, Himiko-san, you're getting fat. You're getting fat, girl. Just kidding. Beyond that, it didn't look like she was going to say anymore, but I wanted to know about her behavior just before. Without a doubt, she was worried about Himiko-san.
ねえ、どうしてあんなに冷たいの？
Say, why so cold? Because ice cream is better cold than warm.
もしかして妹のこと？
Do you mean about my sister? No, about your ice cream. I gave a small nod. It was Himiko-san's own sister, and as someone who been the same kind of helper before, I thought she would understand her feelings. It might not have been something an outsider should be interfering with, but still I felt the younger sister to be unfortunate and was sorry for her.
あんなに優しくていい人なのに。
Even though she's such a kind and good person. Just nothing. Just silence.
そうね。優しくていい人だからよ。
Indeed, it's because she's a kind and good person. It's because she's a kind and good person. You gotta put emphasis on words.
よくわからないわ。
I don't really understand.
いいのよ。これもまだあなたには必要ないから。
It's okay, because this is also something you don't need yet. You don't need it! I don't need it! Water. I don't need it! SpongeBob, I love SpongeBob. Only the older episodes, though. In the movie. What? Oh.
ただいま。
I thought it was gonna end there. I'm like, what the fuck? We didn't even get to, like, the reason why this chapter is named Pink Manicure. I'm like, what? Don't end now. I'm home.
おかえり。ちょうど晩ご飯の支度できたわよ。
Welcome home. The preparations for dinner just finished.
お腹減ったでしょ。
You must be hungry. Yes.
うん。
I must consume. With a nod, I handed over today's empty lunchbox.
はい、たくさん食べてね。
Here, eat lots, okay? Don't tell me what to do. You ain't the boss of me. On top of the dinner table were a number of dishes, and as always, the fried things from the part-time job.
あ、ほら、またあげてきたわよ。
Here, I fried some again. With that, she offered the plate of fries. Their slightly fat slicing was a distinctive feature. But today, the hand that held the plate was different from before. Did Mom get some oil burns? I'm betting Mom got some oil burns. Oof. Oh, poor Mom.
お母さん。
Mother, your hand. Does anyone actually call their parents like mother and father? Does anyone actually do that? I don't know anyone like that. I mean, I guess in a formal sense, like, oh, this is my mother and this is my father, but I doubt like anyone just calls them that like at home with no one else. Like what the fuck? Mother, bring me the casserole. I don't know what I'm doing with myself.
ああ、大したことないわよ。やっぱり油使うからね。
Oh, I knew it. She did get oil burns. Poor Mama. Ah, it's nothing. We're using oil after all. What kind of oil? Mother answered cheerfully as always. But those were the mark of a burn. It was slightly red. Oh, poor Mom. Oof. Burns are not fun. Which is why I don't cook. I protect myself. I stand far away from whatever I'm cooking. At all times. I observe from afar. Before, while beautifully painted with manicures, Mother would show them to Father and me with pride. Oh, we're getting to the manicures. At that figure, happily excited over such a small thing, Father and I would look at each other and give a weary smile. And when she got a strange color, even while saying I was 10 years too young, she had painted my nails too. But now it was different. I remember I have some memories of me growing up with my mom painting my nails. It was fun. She would paint my nails and like put I think pink and orange, like pink base and then like orange polka dots. I remember that so well. Like my toes. Yeah. We don't spend a lot of time together anymore though. But it's fine, really. But anyways, we're playing a game, aren't we? The pink manicure. There it is! I said it! There's the title of the chapter! Woo! Okay, the pink manicures had faded, and in their place was the slightly red skin of roughened hands. Why have they become that way? Wait, what happened to her nails? Oh, her nails are gone. Oh no! I'm just kidding. Why they've become that way, the reason was easy enough to imagine. For whose sake they've become that way, that didn't even take imagining. And exactly because of that, it was painful for me. It tortured me.
どうしたの？今日のも揚げたてよ。
What's wrong? They've just been fried fresh today, too, you know? Oh no. Oh no, I feel bad. I feel bad now! Oh god, tell Mom we don't like him. But how do we break the news? That isn't kindness. I recalled Himiko-san's words. No, clearly. I felt that I understood. Betraying good intentions or being silent of lies, both were wrong.
ねえ、お母さん。
Say, Mother.
どうかした節味。美味しいわよ。
What's the matter, Satsumi? They're delicious, you know?
まあ、ポテト担当になって少しはお母さんの腕も上がったみたいだしね。
And since I've been assigned to the fries, your mom's skills seems to have gone up some too. With hands that were different from those days. But with a smile that was unchanged from those days, Mother happily offered the fries. Oh god, this is making me really sad. In front of such a mother, I could do nothing other than quietly eat the fries. If I were to say the truth here, if I were to truly apologize, the person who was punishing us, that person out there somewhere, would they relent? I thought it was gonna end there. Holy shit. Wow, okay. Well, we're gonna finish this up. We're gonna finish this chapter up. Hopefully it's not too long. A few days later, with the sun shining directly overhead, I headed to the usual place. I had heard that this summer was a cooler summer than average, but it still seemed like it was going to be a hot day.
おはよ
Ohio! Good morning!
う。節味、待ってたわよ。
Oh god, that sweat's going all over my drawing pad. That's so nasty. Oh god, I don't have anything to wipe it up with. God. Ah, it's all over my drawing pen too, obviously. God. Unfortunately, I have inherited sweaty palms from my grandmother. I don't know which grandmother. I don't even know if it's true, but apparently, yeah, my palms get really sweaty. Satsumi, I've been waiting. Good. For some reason, Himiko-san was again waiting in front of the hospital.
また中庭。
The courtyard again?
そうじゃないけど。まあ行きましょうよ。
Nope, that's not it. But anyways, let's go. With just that, she quickly started to walk towards the outside of the hospital.
ちょっと。どこ行く気よ。
Are we gonna go to a nail salon? Wait, where do you plan on going?
ほら、前にも言ったでしょ。残り3つのことよ。
Didn't I say before? The remaining 3 things. Remaining 3? At first, I couldn't remember what she was talking about.
例の死ぬまでにしたい10のことっての。
You mean those 10 things you wanted to do before dying?
そうそう。残り3つのうちの1つなんだけどさ。
Yeah. See, this is one of those remaining 3.
ちょっと行って確かめてみたいことがあってね。
There's something that I wanted to go and check out, you see? As she spoke, Himiko-san continued walking. Already, she was quite a ways from the hospital.
一体どこまで行くつもりよ。
Just how far do you plan on going?
結構遠いわよ。電車でも片道2時間くらいかしら。
Pretty far. Even by train, about 2 hours each way.
先生の外出許可は
And the doctor's permission?
もちろん無断よ。
Of course none. I didn't really understand it well, but I can understand it clearly. She's playing hooky from the hospital. Screw you, doctors! Me, I'm a rebel. I don't need no medical attention. Even if it's Himiko-san, she was a resident of the 7th floor now, and I had the feeling that just up and leaving the hospital and going that far wasn't allowed. Obviously.
大丈夫よ。そんな不安そうな顔しなくても。
It's fine, you don't have to make such a worried face.
そりゃ外で見つかったらさすがに怒られるかもしれないけど。
Well, if I'm caught outside, I'd be pretty sure they'd get angry, but...
ちょっとくらいは多めに見てもらえるからさ。
Well, they'll overlook things just a bit. After saying that much, she started walking again. Maybe she was being serious? Certainly, if you kept going this way, you should get to the train station. And then there was one other thing that nagged at me.
ところでその格好のまま行くの？
By the way, you're going in that outfit? I raised the simple question of how Himiko-san was dressed in pajamas. At the least, to ride on a train, I thought that was a bad way to go about things.
もちろんこのままよ。このまま。
Of course, just like this, just like this.
着替えないの？
You're not going to change?
いいのよ。これが私のユニフォームなんだから。
It's fine. This is my uniform after all. The sun up above cast short, dark shadows. An unheeding of the midsummer morning was a lightly stepping Himiko-san. Just dot. A while after, well, even saying that, only 5 minutes of walking around when the number of people walking on the street slowly increased. I wasn't too familiar with things, but it seemed that she was headed towards Station A. Certainly she had said it was 2 hours each way, but just how far was she planning on going? In just that amount of time riding on a train, it felt like you could get quite far.
ねえ、駅からどこに向かうの？
Say, from the station, where are you headed?
海までよ。正確にはパイナップルの木がある場所かしら。
To the ocean. To be exact, to where the pineapple trees are, I guess. They have pineapple trees? No. Pineapple trees don't... Pineapple trees aren't a thing! They aren't a thing! Pineapples do not grow in trees. It's a big, large misconception about pineapples. They don't grow in trees. They grow on the ground. They grow on the ground. They do not grow in trees. I'm sorry. I'm sorry, Himiko-san. I'm sorry to destroy your fantasy, but that's the honest truth. You're not gonna find any pineapple trees. You might find palm trees, though.
パイナップルの木。
Me. Pineapple trees? Words that I wasn't familiar with. I didn't know pineapple trees existed in the first place. They don't! They don't! Pineapple trees do not exist. They do not exist. They are not real. They're probably only in cartoons. Goddamn cartoons. Teaching our children that pineapples grow in trees. They grow on the ground. No, wait. Right? Hold on a minute. I feel like I might be getting it wrong. Let me just look it up first. Let me just look it up a second. I feel like I'm right though, but I gotta make sure that I'm right, cause people are gonna kill me if I get it wrong. Google, please help me today. Hold on. Wait a minute. Hold on. Don't tell me they actually are. Please don't tell me they actually are a thing. Oh no. I'm sorry. I just have to know. grow on trees, right? I'm sorry I'm stopping this episode, I just gotta know. Yeah, they don't have a tree. They don't grow on trees. They grow on the ground. I fucking knew it. I'm sorry. I just had to know. I just had to make sure. Because I don't want people to kill me. Anyways.
ほら、よく大きな建物の前なんかにさ、フェニックスって呼ばれている木があるでしょ?
Ah, you know, they're always in front of large buildings. There are trees called phoenixes, right? Is that what they meant? I don't care.
うん、知ってる。
Oh, I know those.
あれってさ、絶対にパイナップルの木だと思わない?
Those, don't you think they just have to be pineapple trees? They aren't! Pineapples don't grow on trees! And this is coming from someone who's allergic to pineapple! Indeed, they did look very similar, but...
だからさ、試しに切ってみて、中身を確かめてみたいのよね。
So, don't you want to try cutting one and checking the inside of it?
ねえ、もし本当にパイナップルの木だったら大変よ。
Hey, if they really were pineapple trees, it'd be huge! Was she being serious? Is she talking about the actual trees themselves? Fuck. From a common sense standpoint, it had to be a joke. But with Himiko-san simply being as she always was, it was impossible to tell.
何よ、その顔は。もしかしてバカにしてる?
What's with that face? Are you making fun of me? Yes!
そうじゃないけど、ありえないと思う。
It's not that, but I don't think it's possible.
もう、コロッケ博士のくせに頭が固いわね。何事も実際に試してこそでしょ?
Bah! For being Professor Croquette, you sure are narrow-minded. Everything should be tested empirically, right?
博士、関係ないわよ。
Being a professor has nothing to do with it.
それにフェニックスの木だったら、病院にもあるし、どこにでもあるじゃない。
And if we're looking for phoenix palms, the hospital has some. They're everywhere.
ダメよ。もっと大物で試さないと面白くないでしょ?
Nope, if you don't test a much bigger one, it's not fun, right? I didn't really know how serious she was, but together with Himiko-san, I headed towards the station. Finally, we were just about to reach the station. Wonderful. Never mind that it was 10 minutes. Walking under the blazing sky was unexpectedly difficult. And as I thought, it seemed Himiko-san's pajama-clad figure stood out and people walked by glanced at us. And people walking by glanced at us.
本当に行くの?
Say, we're really going?
もちろんじゃない。そのためにここまで。
Of course! It's for that reason that we've come all this... Hide! Oh. Suddenly, Himiko-san went to hide behind something. Before I knew it, I was also holding my breath in the shadow of a building.
どうしたの?
What's wrong?
あれ? 外科病棟の先生だわ。
That is a doctor from the surgical ward.
向こうは4階チーフの看護婦さんもいるし。
And over there, the 4th floor chief nurse is there too. Now that you mentioned it, there were faces that I recognized.
そっか。病院の関係者はこの駅から通っていたのね。
I see. People working at the hospital commute from the station.
これじゃ見つかって怒られちゃうわ。
At this rate, they'd find us and get angry. Himiko-san laughed in a carefree and sunny way. There was no sense of planning or anything else. In any case, surely she had been a helper before, and she didn't know this?
だって私の家って近所だから電車で通ったことないんだもん。
Well, my house is in the neighborhood. I've never come by train.
私だってそうよ。
same for me.
でもやっぱあれね、伊達にルールに含まれてないわね。
But yeah, they wouldn't just add in rules for show.
ルール？
Rules?
いやいや、あなたには関係ないことだから。
Nothing. It's got nothing to do with you.
それでどうするの？
And what now?
そりゃ出直すに決まってるでしょ。
Well, obviously, we'll try again next time. Quickly, the decision came, even though she had been so determined to go up until now. If she really wanted to go, if it was after the morning rush ended, then it would be even easier riding the train without being seen. Maybe she hadn't been serious to begin with. The sun was still high, and around now the shops in the marketplace were opening up.
さて、せっかく駅前まで来たんだし、寄り道でもしますか。
Well, since we've come all the way to the station, let's make a detour. As she spoke, Himiko-san wandered among the shops along the street. Looks like even though she gave up on riding the train, she didn't intend on going straight back to the hospital. Helplessly, I obeyed her and followed her. As always, because of her pajamas, people would glance over, but it seemed that Himiko-san herself didn't mind one bit. And then her feet stopped in front of one storefront.
この服、なんかいいわね。
These clothes, they're nice, aren't they? She touched a number of clothes decorating the front of the shop. But they were all frilly kinds of things. However you looked, they were meant for cute girls. And Himiko-san is definitely not cute. Not at all, not one bit. She is one ugly girl. They didn't really seem to fit Himiko-san all that much.
そういうのが好きなの。
You like these kinds?
まさか私にこんな少女趣味ないわよ。
As if! I don't have such girly interests. As I registered what she said, she had spread the clothing in her hands before me.
似合うわよ、節美。
Yeah, it suits you, Setsumi.
私？
Me?
ほら、いつもセーラー服だけどさ、こういうのも似合うだろうって思ってたのよ。
Well, you're always in sailor uniform, you see, but I thought that maybe this sort of thing would also suit you.
買ってあげようか？このワンピース。
Hey, should I buy this for you? This one piece?
でも、
But
遠慮しなくていいって。お姉さんからのプレゼントなんだから。
you don't have to be polite. It's a present from One-san. I don't want it. I don't want it! Would have been a lie. Oh, shit. For someone who only had a single sailor uniform, it was a very tempting proposition.
ひめこさんの服は？
And Himiko-san's clothes?
私は必要ないわ。だってこれがユニフォームだもん。
I don't need them. This is my uniform after all. With that, she pointed at her own pajamas.
だったら、私もいい。
Then, I'm fine too.
あら、別に私に合わせる必要ないわよ。
Oh, it's not like you have to go along with me.
だってあなたはまだ選べるんだからさ。
See, you can still choose. While I wanted to reply, I swallowed my words. It was said in her usual bright tone, but the words can still choose. At that, I realized that a very heavy meaning in her words. Oh, really? It's not that hard to decipher.
やっぱり
No, I'm fine.
残念ね。絶対似合うと思ったのに。
What a pity. I thought it'd definitely suit you.
まあ、気が変わったら言って。いつでも買ってあげるからね。
Well, if you change your mind, just say. I'll buy it for you anytime. After that, we wandered around in front of the station a while, ate ice cream together, and then headed back to the hospital. As we found similar clothes in other shops, she continued to say she'd buy them for me. But in the end, I kept refusing. I refuse! I refuse! Okay. Alright, let's just keep going. I want to finish this chapter in this episode. Let's just keep going. I know it's gonna be. I feel like this is gonna be a long one. I don't know. The daytime had been so hot and hazy, but now in the huge sky, the face of the moon peeked out. As usual, after eating dinner, I returned to my room and relaxed. By the window, washed and drying on a hanger, was the sailor uniform. While gazing at it, I suddenly thought about the time I had gone to school. Right now my health was good, so one could forget, but in reality I was someone who was admitted in and out of hospitals. Already over 2 years have passed since I've been away from the place called school. In that time I hadn't once thought about wanting clothes other than pajamas. There hadn't been any pressure from such a need either.
でも今日は少しだけ心が揺れた。
Fuck. I keep interrupting them. I'm sorry. But today, just a bit, my heart swayed. Perhaps it would have been better had I admitted I wanted the clothes. But Himiko-san herself was stubbornly in pajamas, and being the only one to get new clothing made me feel bad. Besides that, no matter where Himiko-san was in her pajamas, she was dignified. Compared to that, I always felt somehow sorry. Like I'm somehow doing something embarrassing. I can't help it. Or maybe Mother, who had stopped getting manicures and read in her hands, or Father, who continued the long commutes in the same suit. If they saw me happily wearing cute clothes, perhaps to both of them it would be a happy thing. But that, for me, I think would have been difficult.
ポテトが嫌いということ以上に難しいと思えた。
More than saying I hate fries, it felt that difficult. Oh. There we go! Oh, good. I saved myself from having like 2 minutes of footage of like the last chapter I was playing in the next episode, because that fucking sucks. It's like a horrible thing. I hate it. But anyways, that was a thing. If you guys enjoyed this episode of Narcissu Side Second, leave a like down below, leave a comment down below, share with your friends, subscribe if you haven't, ring that notification bell, and remember, die safely. Bye-bye!